Bokato, Shit Talker is still alive and ready to talk more shit. Yesterday, I was just going through the people that I subscribe to because I watch their videos, but I'm sure they do not watch mine, and I'm finding out why. Now that I have so many videos on my page, I just watch my own shit. But after a while, if I subscribe to you, then I subscribe to you for a reason. So I want to see what you are doing. So I subscribe to him. Is the scariest movie ever. He does have a lot of information, and I like how he does his things. What I do not like is how they blame the melanated man for the bullshit. Now you say Rihanna's channels, scandals, Olivia Pope doing visit to the White House. See the pics. Olivia Pope doing visit at the White House. He will give you some of the codes, because I am not the only one that give out codes.
Hey guys, this is KJ from the Scariest Movie Ever channel on YouTube. I have a video here I wanted to make and just kind of show you a few things. If you're not familiar with my channel or my work, please check out some of my videos sometime. I believe in the language of symbols. I believe that the Illuminati...
You heard him? I believe. There you go. He does not even know. He is still caught in the circle. Still, he knows a little, but as long as he says, I believe, instead of saying, I know. You can even say, I think or I feel. But that word believe, get it away.
Or these global Satanists code a lot of things in our...
See, he says they code a lot of things. If all of us who are dealing with codes could get together, wow, the things we will put together, because we are pieces to the puzzle.
Popular media, it's not unusual for us to see these Illuminati rituals actually play out in front of the public, you know, and at huge events. I mean, the Super Bowl, all these award shows, you pick them. So this kind of thing is really coming out. We're seeing a lot more of it. This is a kind of a subject that I get into quite a bit with a lot of my videos and a lot of my work, but it's kind of the message behind the message that we're given a lot of the time. So
the message behind the message.
Take a look at this right here. Rihanna channels scandals Olivia Pope during visit to the White House. See the pics. And we will. Scandal is a television show about a former White House...
They call it scandal. I call it house nigga. Wouldn't it be a surprise to you, not me, to know this is not a melanated chick? This is a pink girl with a dressed up as a melanated female. That would be a shock to you, not to me. They do that. If you can put a monkey's face on a pink chick, you can put a melanated face and body on a pink chick.
Communications director that starts her own crisis management firm. But whenever you kind of look at a few of the episodes, you start to get the idea that essentially she runs crisis management for the elite at the very top of the pyramid, including in the series, the president himself. Some of this coded language is fairly obvious, but it is what it is. You know, they're really telling us something here. I mean, even right here with this headline, I think it's interesting. Notice how they use the word channels. Rihanna channels. And then we have, of course, scandals. Olivia Pope. The name Pope. The next thing that really stood out.
And that's what they have put on us. We call ourselves people. We want to be people. Now they call us Pope.
To me is the design on her dress, the pattern. That's the Kabbalah tree of life.
Dr. Valentine can explain it so well. It makes it so easy to understand. Bina. All of their symmetrics.
case you're wondering what Kabbalah is, Kabbalah is the heart of the New World religion to come, the One World religion, the Antichrist system, the hive mind, the shared consciousness. We get glimpses sometimes.
Oh, he's talking about everyone who wears this red band. I just do not want to do his whole video, but let's go and see those that have the red band.
These little red bracelets. That red bracelet represents Kabbalah.
Why did he need to show Michael Jackson twice? Wow. Which is not the real Michael Jackson, but a clone. Sellouts. It's a lot of them, huh? Wow.
And then there was this. I thought this was very interesting. This is where we're going to kind of go to the next level with this stuff. But if you look right here, you'll see that on her Instagram account, one of the things that she had said is right here. Is Cyrus let me in.
See, in Cyrus, they're still United States.
And she captioned the pic just above here.
My thing is, why does she have on a striped shirt under this dress? And she doesn't even have on blue shoes, so why would she have that striped shirt on? That means something too. She's a pretty girl though, very pretty.
And the story is saying she's of course referring to the character Cyrus Bean. I guess he's the president's chief of staff from the television show Scandal. But of course that's the official story. But I personally believe there's more to the story. I personally believe that her shouting out to Cyrus at the White House, well, check this out. It gets even more interesting. Some of you may have already known this, but for those of you who didn't, Rihanna just happens to have a huge tattoo of ISIS underneath her breasts.
And that makes her Illuminati leader or someone who can put mind control on you. She has mind control on you. And as he shows this picture, there's the word MUS. United States stays everywhere, don't they? I don't care how they get there, they get there. Also a muse. Now, this is part of our culture, not theirs. It's part of the melanated man's culture. They just stole it, and now they are corrupting our people with it. Look at her hair. Look at her face, all that makeup, like Egyptians. Straight hair. Wow. And that's why they are called people. These are not my folk. These are my people. They are the Pope. He even put the Pope in there as the so-called melanated girl, because I'm not feeling her as being melanated. I'm feeling her as being a pink chick, parading and acting as though she is a melanated chick. This chick will have to appear in my face with a lot of shit, because I know they can make everything up to make them to be the real ones and me to be fake. But she looks fake. Although she's pretty, but she looks fake. And makeup makes you look prettier than what you are. So I don't really know what she looks like under the makeup. But this, wow. They sure can find the stupidest shit to tell on us, can't they? Why don't they stay sticking and telling on their people, the ones who is doing all this bullshit? No, they can't. Because they always have to look at us and make us look like we are the bad ones, even when they don't know that's what they're doing. How do we know that's Rihanna? How do we know that? And how does he know that? On TV, they can show us anything. In a picture, they can show us anything. On YouTube, they can show us anything. Everything can be fixed. I did not see her face match with that tattoo, nor the breast. But he wants you to believe it because he told you twice what he believes. So he's showing us this. He believes it, now he wants you to believe it. I have no beliefs, therefore I cannot believe the bullshit.
Which leads us to the old Phoenician legend of Isis and Osiris.
It is a legend. A legend. Something that keeps going and going and going. And this is the Pharaoh. This is an Egyptian. You see how they have them in white? But this is not. This is a Hebrew here, which later on, after the melanated people knocked off this one, they begin to take over, really take over, and treat the Hebrews really, really bad. Same way they did here, you know, when the British took over slave trade. This is how they got out to Moses, so they say. The story is very confusing for me to just tell you, so I'm not going to get into that one. But it's supposed to be Osiris and Isis. Where I come from, Isis is not this. Osiris is not this. Isis is both of them. Isis is Israel male, and the other eye is Israel female. Or it is Israel female, and the other eye is Israel male. Isis is. Wow. And Osiris is actually Haramabeth. They put so many myths in there and shit. How can someone go and die and then another person come and get them and make them a phallic to put on, and that lets me know all she was interested in was his dick? And that is the pigment story for us, because all our history, we are like them, even when it comes to the Anunnaki. They say, oh, the Anunnaki came down here looking for gold. That's your bitch ass, always looking for gold, pink people. And they made man, so man can go in the caves and, really? You're telling me someone with such sophisticated intelligence coming to Earth to get gold? That part is actually true. And making people to go in and get it. No, Anunnaki are not lazy. Pink people are lazy. See, every time they tell a story, pay attention. It is not our story. It is his story. So now they want to make Anunnaki as though Anunnaki was slave masters and Anunnaki was evil and Anunnaki was this and that. No, bitch. Your pink ass is the evil ones. And all my people are taking that shit and swallowing it and putting it back out for the rest of their people to grab hold to and believe that bullshit. See, they knew we were melanated in the beginning.
So it turns
hey,
out
Cyrus, Osiris, Isis.
was actually married to Isis. And here we have Rihanna wearing the tree of life from the Kabbalah on her dress, channeling an actress from a television series called Scandal about a lady who caters to the elite, to the Illuminati, even to the president himself. Now, I may not know exactly what's going on here, but these little symbols, the symbolic language, these little pieces of the puzzle that I'm picking up on, they lead me to believe there's much more to this story than meets the eye.
I just wanted you to see that little bit of, to me, bullshit. And how he's trying to blame the melanated man for all the bullshit. If they put her, the melanated female, Rihanna, if they put her in a Kabbalic dress, the tree of life, because they know she is the tree of life. She is the true tree of life. He did not tell you that. Now, if you do not know this, to learn this, Dr. Vine, you call him Dr. Valentine, can teach you about this. As he teach you, pull up tabs and go and study. And you will learn what all of these things are. Everything, and how they connect. Dr. Valentine will give you that information. So, I call this video, to me, is let's blame the niggers for all that bullshit again. Wow. Fuck that. Now I'm going to go back to where I left off yesterday. Shit talker, now he vows.